Today I'm decluttering my son's toy box because I need to make some extra money for Christmas. And in my videos, when I say what to do before Christmas with X amount of months to go, one of them is mainly always declutter. And today I'm going to do exactly that in this toy box that I've got, which I'm actually embarrassed to show you, but I'm going to show you anyway, because I'm sure I'm not the only one. Now, what I plan on doing is anything in here that he no longer wants is either going to be binned. Most of it is going to be binned. It's going to be donated, or I'm going to sell it. And the money that I'm going to make from selling the stuff that he doesn't want, I'm actually going to use to buy his Christmas presents for this year. That way, I'm not dipping into my bank account and I'm actually using the money from old recycled toys that someone else is going to enjoy, but I'm going to get the money to buy my son some new toys. And really, if I'm honest, my son is now at that age where toys are no longer a thing. He's not into toys anymore. He doesn't play with them. He's more into football, anything football. And as you can see in the background, I have a football. I have a trophy. The books just there are football books. I have cushions. And right behind me, I have key rings of football shirts. Yes, that's what I have. I'm that kind of mother. And I have a little Premier League trophy as well for him. So he is football crazy. So I think all the actual toys that he has, he no longer wants. Now, I'm the type of mother that feels like this is his stuff. So it's really not my place to throw things away when it's somebody else's. I need to ask him. If I think it is absolute rubbish, like just scrap piece of paper, I'm going to throw it away. But if it's stuff that I think I really want to sell that, but it's not mine, I need to ask him. I'm going to put in a pile and we will go through it when he comes back tonight from football or tomorrow morning, because he doesn't come back till football till late. So that is the plan for today. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about updates of my life. So first of all, the house move. Then I'm going to talk about how much I actually made last week in my week of my Vinted experiment. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it in the description box below and in the cards above. So I went through all my clothes that were ready to sell and I was putting them on Vinted every single day. I was putting about 5 to 10 items on every day. And my target was to hit £50 to £100. And I'm going to let you know whether I actually did that or not. But first of all, let me show you the mess of this toy box and let me know that I'm not alone and every kid has one of these. So here is the toy box and it goes all the way down. So he's got so much stuff like this. He has never opened. He's not opened it. I bought it last Christmas when he was in his minion phase and it's never opened. So hopefully he's not going to want that and I can sell that for quite a bit because it's brand new. And also this he got for his birthday from someone. His birthday was in February. We're now in September. Is he going to build this? Probably not. So, and again, brand new, never opened. So hopefully I'm going to be able to sell that too. But then we've got magazines. We've got all these magazines. Like, does he really need these? No, he does not. I think they can go in the bin. And Ninja Warrior gloves, do they even fit him? Need to try them on him. I've got Lego here. Again, never open Lego. He's not into Lego as much as he used to be. He loves like football Lego. He's got an Arsenal Lego somewhere. Let me show you. So he's got the Arsenal badge there, he's got the Emirates Stadium, and he's got the Arsenal bus. So he loves that. But this kind of Lego, I'm not sure whether he's into it anymore. So again, brand new, never opened. Do you see? And I'm only just hit the service and I've got all this left to do. There's more Lego over here. Look, Spider-Man one, never opened, still got the label on. Never opened. Is he going to use it? Probably not. I think he already has that one anyway. There is so much stuff here that I need to go through. But please let me know, is your kid the same? This is only toy box 1. I've got more downstairs and I've got inside his wardrobe. So as you can see, I've already got 4 items there. Brand new, never opened, still got the seals on. I can sell that on Vinted or Facebook Marketplace, even though I'm not a fan of Facebook. I always feel like there's scammers on there. I have much more success on Vinted. And plus, I haven't got to worry about people coming to my house, have I? When I do things on Facebook, they usually come to your house because I only do collection only. But on Vinted, all I got to do is wrap it up and post it. And as long as I got the receipt and I can prove that I sent it, I've always can justify that I sent the item and it wasn't my fault. So already 4 items, brand new, not sold. I'll speak to my son when he comes back, and hopefully they'll be going on Vinted. I will link my Vinted down in the description box below. I forgot to do it last week. It is in my last week's video now, but I will make sure that I definitely do it this week. So you can go, you can follow me, you can have a look at anything I put on there, and if you want anything, feel free to buy. But if you don't, or it's not for you, obviously don't worry about it. This was his ninja stage. Yes, we have stages. I'm sure every kid does. So we've got this, and this was his ninja stage. So, but he's not really into this, even though he does martial arts now. And obviously we've got the Ninja Warrior gloves. So I wonder if I could sell that as a bundle. Ronald Dahl books I am keeping, because Ronald Dahl is like amazing. I really want to go to the Ronald Dahl Museum. I think that'd be really, really good. There is one in London, and I have promised him that I would do a day out in London with him at some point. But I think that these books are always great. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is his favourite, and he also likes Danny Champion of the World as well. If your kid or you are a fan of these books, what one is your favourite book? I got this Max Attack book. It's got like quizzes and stuff, and never used it. Never even opened it. This would be a donated item, but I will double check with him. This I will keep. Who is it? I'm keeping this because these are great travel games. So if I go anywhere, we've got to stay over in a hotel or Airbnb, we can play some games. Or if I'm going with my nieces, then the kids can play games. So very handy to keep those ones. And we also have the bigger one, the Guess Who football one, which I know is not going anywhere. So already I've got a pile of donated / rubbish, a pile of selling items, and a pile of keep items. Again, we've got this. It was a birthday present for him. Never touched it. Never touched it. So what's the point in keeping it? Brand new, never opened. So, and his birthday was 8 months ago. And you would think that in 8 months he's probably going to play with this, or he's going to open it, but no. So that's 5 brand new items that he's never touched that I'm probably going to sell. Okay, next we have this Millennium Falcon, kind of his little Star Wars era. He still likes Star Wars, but football has just took over. So I don't know if he wants to keep this or he wants to get rid of it. So I need to ask again. But I think this would go really well on Vinted. And I do think, I haven't broke it. I don't know how to open it. I'm just going to leave it. I do think that this will sell on Vinted because there are a lot of Star Wars fans still. I know someone who's a big Star Wars fan. He's in his 40s. You know who you are. Yes, you do. So I've got this that I need to check with my son, see what he wants to do with that. And then I've got this. I mean, what's this? What is this? It's like one of those draft things. He bought this. We went to Crocodile World, which isn't too far from me. Didn't really like it. And he said, Mum, can I have this? And I went, no, you can't have that. I don't want that. Right? I turned around to go and buy a pin. I took my mum with me. And the next minute, I turned around to go to the till to buy my pin, because I buy a pin from everywhere. And there's my mum buying this at the till. Sometimes it's the grandparents that are a pain in the butt, isn't it? Does he need this? No, he does not. Is he going to keep it? He is going to try. He is going to try. And then we need to use the bribing mummy skills now. Stickers. Why? They are rubbish. That is rubbish there. So that's rubbish. And then the amount of soft toys that we have seemed to accumulate in this house is unbelievable. And does he need any of them? No. Because what's his favourite teddy? His favourite teddy is a £1 Secret Santa gift. We went to an animal shelter and they were doing like pay £1 and pick a present, right? And he did, and he picked this teddy, this really old teddy, like a classic brown old teddy, and it's his favourite teddy, absolute favourite teddy. So he has that. Look at all this I've got, right? The amount of cuddly toys, and we've not even finished from Butlins. Butlins. Why do we do it? Why do we do this stuff? Why do us parents overconsume with so much rubbish? Rainbow the dog from Butlins. That was my mum. Okay, so I have now got all the soft toys out of the box. This is just out of the box. And I think this is all his soft toys. He actually has one more. He has a Donatello Ninja Turtle teddy, but we got that on my 40th birthday, and he made a little voice note in the actual teddy, so he's not getting rid of that one. I will keep that one because that was, it's got a special memory to it, you know, but these ones, they don't. So together, let's count all these cuddly toys. So we're going to count this one, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cuddly toys that are shut in a box. They are not needed. Am I being too harsh as a mum? Am I being harsh? But I feel like, you know, you're not playing with them. You're not using them. There are other little boys and girls out there that could probably make more use of them. You've got your favourite teddy. Let's stay with that. And one of his favourite ones is a McDonald's one. So we are going to try and sell them. How much do you think I would get for cuddly toys? I've got Mario, I've got Sonic, I've got the Ninja Turtles, I've got Butlins one, and I've just got basic cuddly toys. Do you think I would be able to sell them, or do you think that's a donated thing? I think possibly the character ones I could sell, but when it's just like a random bunny or dinosaur or something, I don't think I'm going to sell them. But let me know what you think. So let's talk about Vinted quite quickly because I'm already fed up of this. So if you saw my video last week, I wanted to make £50 to £100 on Vinted. I did not make it. I did not. I actually made £21.50 with stuff that I sold online. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying to sell at least 10 items a day on Vinted. I'm taking photos of everything, editing the photos out, just like cropping them. I'm not changing the filters because I'm not giving a true description of what it's like. And then I'm actually using ChatGPT to give me a description and a title and all the other things that I need. And I'm selling every day. Sometimes I'm selling one item, sometimes I'm selling 3 or 4 items. But I feel like every little bit is going to build up towards my Christmas fund for my son. So that is what the whole thing is for. But I really would like your input on how much you think I would get for the cuddly toys and the new items that I've got just there. And the thing is, the reason why I wanted to do this video is because showing you that decluttering your kid's room or decluttering a wardrobe that you haven't been in for a while, you will find things in there that you didn't even know that you had. And then you're like, oh yeah, I'll keep that. But why? Why are you going to keep it? Because if you haven't used it for 4, 5, 6 months, you haven't needed it. So if you've not needed it, if it's not sentimental, and you've been going through life for the last 6 months without having to use it, you can get rid of it. And that's the best thing to do. But you do have to be ruthless. That's one thing I have noticed that I have to be, is ruthless. Like, do I really need this? If I haven't used it, what's the point? I had a pair of brown boots that I found in my wardrobe. I didn't wear them last winter. I didn't wear them the winter before that. So why am I going to wear them this winter? And they're a big chunky heel on them. And I don't want to wear heels because I will fall down and break something. Knowing me, I like flat shoes now. I'm getting old. I need my flat shoes. So I cleaned them all up. I popped them on Vinted and they went within like 3 hours. They were sold straight away. If you want to make money for Christmas, try and take 1 hour or 30 minutes out a day and just declutter one drawer or one box, or try on like 3 or 4 items of clothing. If you haven't worn it for a couple of years, think, oh, I might fit into it one day, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Use that money to buy new things. Use that money to save and buy stuff for Christmas. Or use that money and put it in a savings account for yourself, for your kids, for retirement, you know, a trust fund for your child. So any money that I have left over after I spent all my Christmas money, if I've got money left over, it's going to go into my child savings account because his future is important. And my really good friend Elliot, I've mentioned him before, we're very good friends. He actually made a video on saving money for your child's future. I'll link that video in the description box below, but it really made me think that I need to put more savings away for my son because his future is important. And I feel that most of the time we're just in survival mode, aren't we? Just trying to get through the day, just trying to get through, making sure we're paying the bills, making sure we're surviving, that we don't think about our kids' future as much as we should. And that video really made me realise that I need to put more effort and more intention into his future. So anyway, let me stop rambling for a little bit and let's go back and declutter some stuff. Next thing is I've got these like vest tops, and they are Nerf gun vest tops. So you just wear them, you've got all your bullets and you've got things here, and you've got some glasses there. I've got two. I've got a green and I've got a blue one. He's never worn them, never. So I'm going to ask if he really wants them, because I think they would sell, especially this time of year for Christmas. More Star Wars stuff. So I could sell these individually, because these will make a pretty penny, or I could sell it as a bundle. What would you do? Let me know. More Star Wars stuff. He's got loads of Star Wars stuff in here as well. So next I've got these ones here that light up. Does this light up? Oh no, it don't. That one does. Oh, bruh. That one don't. That goes in a bit. I'm keeping this because my son's school does a fireworks display every single year. And every single year he wants one of these. And they are £4 to £5 each, just for us to shine in the dark. And then it goes in this toy box for the next 12 months. So I'm going to keep this and he can have this instead of me buying a new one. It will save me money. So it works absolutely fine. You can have all different lights. I think it was from last year, not last year, year before. I think I used this one last year. This is from the year before. So that's what we're doing with that. So that is definitely a keep. That one don't work. Goes in the bin. If you have a football fan in your house, you probably get a lot of the Premier League cards that he needs to keep. And you just keep needing to buy more and more packets. And I've bought him a few tins. But for some reason, we have the empty tins in the toy box, but I know that we have cards around the house in plastic bags. So I'm actually going to go around the house, pick up all the cards, and I'm actually going to put them in the tins because it'll be a lot easier and it won't look so messy, and I can put these back. So we're keeping those because they're going to come in handy. Now I need your help to help me understand why kids do this. He has rocks. Random rocks. Just brings rocks in from outside. Like these ones, he went to the beach with his friend. So he brought home 2 rocks. Why? Why? Can I get away with just throwing these away, or should I ask him? What should I do? I got more swords and ninja stuff. So I could sell all the ninja stuff as a bundle for someone who absolutely loves ninja toys. Okay, I've got the last few things out of the toy box. The only thing left in there now is all the Ronald Dahl books, so which I'm not getting rid of. I didn't buy them as a complete set. I actually shopped charity shops and car boot sales, and I bought them all for like 20p each, so it just worked out cheaper for me. So if you need to buy books as a set, you can buy them for like £20–30 on Amazon or in Smith's Toy Store if you want to. Or if you've got the time and the patience to do it, just go around charity shops, car boot, Facebook Marketplace, and see if you can buy them online cheaper. Books, especially at car boots, is usually about 20p. And if you go to the charity shop, they usually sell the children's books for about 20 to 50 pence. It's going to work out so much cheaper for you. Right, we have a Sonic magazine. I mean, we don't need the Sonic magazine, so that can go in the bin. And then we have this box, which has got pens and paper, and one of these things which you can draw on, which I actually think is broken. So I'm going to check that out, and if it is, that goes in the bin. But he's got pens and he's got paper, so we can do drawing and stuff. Do I keep that? Do I not keep that? I think that's probably best to keep. At least he's got it if he wants to do any kind of drawing. Or at the moment, he is very much into doing football plays. So like he knows all, obviously he knows all his teammates on his football team, and he will sit there and go, if player A passes to player B, and then they pass to this then they pass to this player, that gives it an open goal. But right, and he was just literally doing all these amazing plays, and I'm just like, you are going to be such a good coach one day. He can just see things that other people can't see, and not like, you know, dead people. But he can see the plays ahead of what's going to happen. Oh, it's just brilliant. He scored his first goal last week, which is amazing. And unfortunately, I wasn't there. I missed it. So I said he's got to score again so I can see. I think I'm going to keep this because this can be his little football play box, you know, where he can make plays and he can pass them to his coaches and stuff like that. I think I'll do that because I really want to encourage that. Because he's got to use his imagination, he's being tactical, he's thinking about things, and I really want him to continue doing that. So I'm going to keep this because I think that's going to be important for him. So let me give you an update on our house. So if you've been here, you know that I am moving house. So this is my son's bedroom. He is going to be in a much bigger bedroom. And how it's all come about is my mum's friend, her son, bought a house. And then decided right at the last minute, you don't want the house, but went through with it anyway, and he was going to rent it out. Then my mum told her friend that I was looking for a place to live, and we exchanged messages and phone numbers and everything, and he said come and have a look at it. So I went and had a look at it in August, and I fell in love with it. It's a 3-bedroom house. I wanted to downsize into a 2-bed, but it's a 3-bedroom house with an outhouse and a garden. And I can have dogs in there because he's a dog lover, and I can have dogs in there for my dog sitting job that I do. And he was happy for me to do that. And I said, absolutely, would love it. I'm not in a rush because I was just about to go on my Disney cruise, but I would really like to be in there by the end of October. I hadn't heard anything, and I dropped him a message about 2 weeks ago and asked how things were. And then I spoke to him yesterday. It's almost ready, and by the end of October, I'm going to be in my new house. So not only have I got a bunch of work to do, YouTube is busy this time of year because of Christmas. I've got a little boy that I still need to be present with and love and cherish. And now I'm moving, plus Christmas. It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot to deal with, but it's very exciting. And there won't be many videos on me moving, but I will record everything, and then after the Christmas period I will do a video of my house tour and doing it all on a budget and renovating it, and not renovating it as in like pulling walls down, but pretty much my landlord has said do whatever you want with it. He's like, even though I own the house, it's your home, so I can literally do whatever I want to it as long as I don't knock any walls down. And the best thing is my landlord lives right next door to me. His house is attached to my house, and a lot of people find that weird because they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to live next door to my landlord, but he is such a quiet man, so he doesn't really talk much. Anyway, let's carry on because we're almost there. This Sonic thing from McDonald's, it's going to go in the bin, I'm afraid. I don't think he will even miss it. I've got the Minion Trump cards here. I will probably try and sell them on Vinted. I've got a few other little Minion bits that I've already put away to sell, so I'll probably put that with it and make a bundle. Football cards. I told you, they are everywhere in these food freezer bags, so I'm going to go around the house, search for them, and I'm going to put them all in my tins. Then I have this massive basket of cards, just random cards. And even though he loves cars, like he's always talking about Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bugatti, Tesla seems to be his favourite one as well at the moment. He doesn't play with them, so I think I'm going to get rid of that. So if I can get rid of everything that he doesn't use or play with, this box is going to be empty, absolutely empty, and then I can start putting more things in there for another declutter in 6 months time. But this is just this toy box. It's not including the, because I've got this wardrobe, but then there's an indoor wardrobe behind it, but I can't put clothes in it because the boiler's there, so it's a right pain in the butt. But there's more junk in there, and then there's more junk downstairs because I've got like toys for him downstairs as well as upstairs. There's junk everywhere, so I think I'm going to start here and start selling this on Vinted and on Facebook a little bit and try and make some extra money. But this is what I mean by declutter. You start messy, but eventually it does tidy itself up, and you can make some money putting it on Vinted for Christmas. Now with Vinted, you can either do it one of two ways. You can either use that money to buy other things on Vinted, or you can draw that money out. It's up to you. Now I'm almost at a certain amount with my Vinted, and once I hit my target, I'm going to draw it out and put it in a savings account, and then I'm going to use that for Christmas, like one I can dip into if I need to. And then I just start again, and I wait until I hit a certain target of how much I want in my Vinted account, draw it out, and then I just do whatever I need to do with it. But right now, people are looking on Vinted for Christmas, whether they're looking for clothes. Like I sold majority of my Christmas pajamas and my Christmas jumpers. Near enough, all of them went. I think there's like 1 or 2 left on there, but everything else went because people are looking for Christmas now. People are going to start looking for toys on Vinted secondhand because it will work out cheaper for them. And some of it I'm going to put on at a really good price of what it's worth, and other things I'm just going to sell like as cheap as possible just to get it out of the house, because it gets out of the house, it declutters your mind because you haven't got so much stuff in, but it also gives you a little bit of extra money which you can then use to buy things on Vinted if you want to. Let me know in the comments, is that something that you would do, or is it something that you actually do? So this is just one box of junk basically, and I can probably make about 20, 30, maybe even £40 with the brand new stuff I've got there, possibly more. And that's really going to help with Christmas 2025. And if you do that all year next year, by the time you get to Christmas 2026, you'll pretty much have Christmas covered. So definitely worth doing. So that is it for this video. I think if I carry on decluttering, I'm going to be here for ages. I will, in my upcoming videos that I do, keep you updated with what I've sold and how much I've sold it for and how much I'm making for Christmas. And I actually am going to do a video in January of how much I made for Christmas just by selling things on Vinted and what I did with that money. But this is the last video of just general stuff like this. In my next video, we are starting the Christmas content. It is here. It's time, people, to start Christmas content. So next week, you are going to get the frugal hacks from the 1940s and 50s that they did at Christmas that will help you save money. We've got the shops that we're going to, the Range, Home Bargains, B&M, Home Sense, Garden Centres, Matalan. We're doing them all. I'm even going to go and do Asda, Tesco and Sainsbury's this year as well. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss those videos. I'm going to be giving you lots of hints and tips on how to budget, the gift guides, Alf on the Shelf, Christmas Eve boxes, 1st December boxes. I am going to try and give you everything that you need to make sure that you have a stress-free, a budget-friendly, lovely Christmas with your family, because I love this time of year and I cannot wait to share it with you and help you out. But if there's anything you particularly want me to video to do with Christmas, then do let me know in the comment box below. The gift guide one is going to be one of them because a lot of people have asked for that. But if there's anything else particular that you'd like me to talk about, or how to save money doing this at Christmas or that at Christmas, then put it down in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, I will link my Vinted shop down in the description box below. So if you want to go and check it out or follow me just for support, I'd really, really appreciate it. If you liked today's video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Share it with a friend if you think they would like it too. Also, drop me any comments because you know I love talking to you guys. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope whenever you're watching this, you are having a good morning, good day or good evening. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.